Okay, Isuzu Holden Rodeo 2.6, made in 1995. We'll change out the diff oil, and as a bonus we'll change out the engine oil. With the car you change your oil every 5,000 kilometres or 3,000 miles. Okay, that's the filler plug, that's the drain plug. That's the bolt from the drain plug. It's got a magnetic catcher on it. I attached that area there with my thumb, but you can see there's a fair amount of metal build-up. Okay, the oil's drained overnight. Okay, this oil was changed 1.5 years ago. So you can see the old stuff on the left and the new stuff on the right. I'm using the thick oil. As we can see here, there's a fair amount of play in the drivetrain. So that's why I'm using the 140, 85 140. I don't sell or make advertisements, but I'm using this additive with the oil. I use it in the gearbox and drive shaft, or the differential. And that is all metal filings, metal from the gears and the drive components. In a previous video, the previous video of changing the oil in the gearbox, I described how I was having problems changing gears. There was a lot of clunking and clashing of the gears. I added this stuff and it fixed up the problem, and the gearbox is fine now. Apparently what happens is with the, just the oil, what happens is the parts bind that are sitting in a like a sleeve in the gearbox, and it causes clashing of the gears. Yeah, so in summary, so far so good with this stuff in the gearbox, and I think it really seems to help, so I'll put it in the diff. And any questions, let me know. Read the description underneath this video. Any extra information I've got, I always type in there. So yeah, any questions, just send us a message and I'll answer it. This is a cheap one off eBay. I think it only costs about $2.75 or something, but it's got a very thin pump there. This is a fairly expensive one. I think it costs close to $7.50 or $10 at Super Cheap. And it's got a purpose-built pump there. So I'll be changing over to the old one. This is just a spare one. I wanted to see if it'd work. It will do as a spare if this one breaks. So, but I tend to use this one over that one.
That is ridiculous. Oh, well.
Wait.
You're back.
You're back. How's the dog?
Something to man the pumps or what?
The pump's going?
Smell oil anyway.
Yeah, drive shaft oil.
He's trying it.
There you go, you're going to be famous. You can see this one works a fair bit faster. Okay, the engine oil, and that's also been draining. I've just undone the bolt underneath. The oil's drained out, and I've taken the cap off the engine. Okay, first things first, we'll put the bolt back in so the oil doesn't drain out. So there's the 3,000 kilometres oil on the left and the new oil on the right. Okay, I changed the oil filter for the engine every second oil change, so every 10,000 kilometres. And the filter is just down, up and under there. So that blue thing there, that's the oil filter. I'll tell you what, it's hot and humid today. Okay, 4 litres of oil. Okay, I'm going to try this additive. It's Lucas Heavy Duty Oil Stabiliser. I don't make advertisements and I'm not getting money from these people. It's just something I want to try in my car. Again, if you've got any questions, ask me and I'll tell you the truth. Read the description below, and I might have some information about this. My first thoughts on using this underneath the video. It's very thick. You can hear the motor making a different noise. That sort of clapping noise is new since I put that additive in. The motor seems very healthy. Yeah, as I said, it didn't make that mechanical noise before, but engine's very responsive and seems all good. Okay, the oil's down a bit. It's in line with the first hole, the lower hole, so I'll put a bit more in. I notice that the oil's much thicker than what it usually is. I think that's a good sign. Okay, 1/2 of a litre. Yep. There it is, just there in the second hole. Okay, 39 degrees.